What's happening, traders? Welcome back to another video. So in this video we're going to be looking at this line here, and as you can see, price is just broken below that line. On the 3-minute chart, we're going to wait for the 5-minute chart to close properly. But basically this area was a support, okay, became resistance, became support again, and now is breaking back through. Now this area down here is a demand zone which broke price up to the upside and has broken some structure here. So this is an area of interest that I think price will want to come and visit, as this area took out liquidity on these equal lows down here before pushing price up to the upside. Now I'm not looking necessarily for buys from this area, I'm just looking for price to target and come and visit this area, which is going to give me the opportunity to have a breakout trade below this line here. So we're going to wait to see how this one plays out. The 15-minute chart, a 15-minute candle is also closing at this time, and the 30-minute is probably another 15 minutes away. So we're going to see how this plays out and see if we can get an entry. And then if we do come down here, then we could well be looking for some buys as well. So let's see. Okay, the 15-minute and the 5-minute have now closed in the zone. We've just created a first candle, but we have no top wick yet. I'd like to see price push up a little bit, maybe retest the lows here, and then the candle to flip bearish, and we push down from there. I wouldn't take an entry just yet. I'd probably have to wait for price to break the low of this candle here to even consider it. So let's see how it goes, because this candle could always push up here and close into the zone and create a fake out and push up to the upside. So we're just going to have to see how this plays out and be patient. Alright guys, so jumping back in on US30 here, we've just had our first candle of the New York Stock Exchange open. It's been open for 17 seconds now, and didn't quite have the opportunity to get in with this candle flip as it happens so quickly, but I feel that price is going to push down here. Looking at the other indices as well, we've got a nice looking one on NAS. Okay, we've got the same sort of demand zone with a fair value gap down the bottom here, and the S&P 500 is looking fairly similar, although we're not really looking at the S&P 500 right now. I want to look at NAS or the US30 for this. It's a shame I didn't enter on the 15-minute candle, as obviously this has now been a completely lovely trade. But we didn't get a top wick there, and I just really wanted to see a bit of a top wick before we flipped bearish. But we didn't get that, but it is what it is. At least the analysis was correct, and we'll take that as a bit of a win. So I'm just going to mark out the fair value gaps, or extreme fair value gaps, in the zone here. We got one here and technically one here, very small one. So we're just going to see how price goes. We're going to give it 15 minutes or so until we look for any entries. Probably the one we're going to enter on, if anything, will be US30, and we may even, when we get down here, depending on price goes, take a low risk entry, because we can have our stop just below the zone here, and that would be a very low risk entry for us if we were to get a reversal. So let's see how it goes. We've had a nice push down into the zone, which tends to normally mean that price is then going to have a reaction and push back up. But let's see. Certainly wants to come down to this area, that's for sure. Alright, where's US30? There. Okay, stop loss would be 745 we'll go for. So if we come down and touch this area, we're going to enter the trade. If we don't, we're going to have to wait for a break of a candle high. But ideally we do want price to come down and tap into this fair value gap. We've also got quite a few fair value gaps on the NAS to come and mitigate as well, so nothing to do yet, so we'll come back when there is something to do. Okay guys, price has pushed down. I haven't entered it yet, because it just literally just shot straight past pretty much to this area now. So we could go for one now, because we've got such a small, this is such a small trade, right? We've got in at 768, so we got in just here. Stop loss is just there. You know, we could be looking for price to completely turn around here, or stop us out like that. So that's a stop out. We're going to look for NAS now. because I think what US30 is going to do is going to have liquidity grab and push back into the zone as NAS touches into here. So we lost out there, but we did take a low risk trade there. How is this candle going to close? There it goes. Is it going to close back in the zone? Let's see. That's a real shame. We didn't get that sell entry there. That could have been absolutely stunning. But it is what it is. Everything's... all of these have come down. I just want NAS to fill this gap here, really. And then everything's sorted. Right, so now let's have a look at... What we need price to do now is for US30 to close back inside above this white zone, to show a fake out of these lows, and then we could potentially look for buys from there. NAS still needs to come down and take out this gap potentially, although it is a very minor gap. It's just there. Yeah. So let's see. Let's see what this candle's going to do here. Right, so basically we're just going to wait for this candle to see if we can get a close back inside this white zone here. If we can, then that's going to be fantastic, and we're going to be looking for buys from there. So let's see how it goes. Okay guys, so that other candle closed bearish, but very little. We didn't really get much of a push down. We did break this candle's low, but we have created a very nice looking reversal price action candle. So we're still waiting for this 5-minute candle, which has 4 minutes left, just over, to close back in the zone. NAS has pushed up, and we actually missed a bit of an entry there. With that entry, we had the break of a candle high, but we haven't taken out that fair value gap yet. Although this is obviously a good trade to take, as you can see, but didn't quite follow my rules. So we're going to wait to see if we can get this to close in here, which would anticipate or show a fake out, which would also mean that the 15-minute candle breaks and closes within the zone, and then we can look for buys from there, and yeah, follow it going up. Now these three pairs are very correlated. Okay, you can see everything looks very similar, but everything's just slightly differently timed and different levels. So sometimes, as you can see here, NAS hasn't even come down to take out this gap, whereas the US30 has come down and taken some liquidity from below this low. So although the price action is very similar, you've got to be careful. This could be a breakout trade, but then NAS is pushing up here. So you got to kind of look at all three of them, or just look at one of them and trade that. But I like to have all three, because there are some other strategies where you can take advantage of the different levels in price and the different structure breaks, etc. So let's see how it goes. Nothing to do for another 3 minutes. So yeah, we'll come back in a minute. Alright guys, so the second candle closed below, but we have pushed into the zone yet. We've got 2 minutes to wait for this candle to close. If this candle closes in here, it's a great sign that we could potentially be pushing up from here. Did a little bit disappointed about the NAS trade. This could have been a beautiful setup here. As you can see, broke of a candle high after taking out extreme fair value gaps, but not the final one. And if we went for a 1-to-1 here, we could have already seen, yeah, we would have already got our 1-to-1 here, even if we had our stop below the zone. Not quite yet, but hey. So we're going to see how it goes. We still got a little bit of time, and we could actually maybe not even get a re-entry. This might be a breakout, so we'll have to wait and see, really. I'd like this 5-minute candle to close back in here, though. If it does, then we'll be looking for buys. Just get rid of that. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay guys, so sales have been initiated. This is a sell, this is a breakout on the US30, in my opinion. So 5-minute candle flip bearish. We broke this candle's low with that. We got a big wick up here that didn't want to come back, stay in the zone. So we're going to be looking for these sales here. We have entered. We got in just here. Stop loss is going to be above the candle high there, and we're going to see what happens. 0.71, and yeah, that's all we can do, really. Just see what happens from here. Target will be first TP of 1-to-1, and we're looking like price wants to come down and take out liquidity below these lows. So we're we're just flowing with the market right now. Flowing with the market. It looks like that we could get a bit of a liquidity grab from here, and price could push down and eventually take out these gaps now. You can see some decent price action pushing away from on the other indices as well. So yeah, happy with this decision. We didn't get a break back in the zone, which indicated we haven't got a fake out. We've got a breakout, and we're pushing down to profit now quite nicely. So let's see how it goes. The overall target will be these lows down here, as there's liquidity below here. So let's see if we can get a nice push down a little bit further. That 15-minute candle is probably looking pretty nice now. Bearish momentum is initiated, and yeah, just a quick one. Looking at the overall trend, the larger trend, we have our lower high here. Okay, we've got a lower low, a lower high, and then we could be looking for price to then come down and make a lower low or equal lows at this zone. So that's why I'm happy for this to be taken. This was a bit of a counter trend trade from this demand zone. The demand zone didn't hold up. We closed below it anyway on that 15-minute candle, and now we've had a nice big flip. So yeah, let's see how price goes. Alright then, guys, so we had a bit of a push up, a little bit of a squeaky bum time over there, but we didn't close in the zone there. We've pushed down, we flipped bearish again on this 15-minute candle. So we're looking promising for price to keep pushing down, and we're just going to let this go and hopefully get to our first TP where we can take that 80%, and we'll be happy. In fact, we're almost there. That's nice. So we're just going to just keep an eye on this. In fact, you know, there we go. Okay, 80% taken. Stop loss is set to break even, just below break even, in fact, so we don't get messed up by the spreads. What a trade. So we actually took it out there a little bit earlier than our original TP, but that's all right. We banked some profit. We had a little bit of a push up, which was a bit of a struggle because the NAS was looking real positive, right? So we did miss out on that 5-minute entry on the NAS, which would have been a perfect trade, and we could have been out the market already. But we were going for this US30 breakout or break back in. Turned out it was a breakout. This candle here was definitely a little bit of a worry, as it looked like it was going to push up, but it flipped bearish, and the analysis was correct. We pushed on down. We've hit our first TP for a nice 63 pips. Okay, stop losses at break even, 20% is left, running down to our final TP at 32632. So absolutely amazing day, 3 for 3 today, and we're going to leave the trading day here for today, and leave this video as well. So I'll post the result of this trade on my Instagram. So if you haven't already, go follow us on there at unfxtrading.com. Not .com, I don't know why I said that. At unfxtrading, it's down here. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Oh, and like and subscribe, that'd be cool. Cheers. Bye.